What's going on? If you're unfamiliar with the channel, I have recently partaken on a journey, a Homeric quest with one goal in mind. Okay, well, two goals in mind. Get good at Melee or get shredded. I play a few games of Melee every day. If I go negative, I'm hitting the gym and eating salads. If I go positive, I can take it easy, get some canes. And as you can tell by my body, I've been doing pretty good at Melee. Now, I hate to spoil the illusion for you guys, but in reality, I'm trying to accomplish both goals. I do work out harder and eat better on bad Melee days, but I want to shift the premise of this series a little bit, make it more about the journey. My struggles maintaining a consistent workout routine, my struggles picking up good habits with Puff, my struggles with Falcos Laser. This is how people have always described Melee to me. It's fluid, it's jazz, aikido, capoeira, and a lot of the time it is. Sometimes it isn't. Falco is a character who's very similar to Fox, who's basically the face of the game. The main difference is Falco's a little bit slower and more limited in his recovery. So it sounds like Falco's just a worse Fox. Why would I ever play him? Well, Falco and Fox both have lasers as their neutral B, but there's a slight difference. Fox's laser is a ranged tool used to slowly build up percentage on your opponent. Falco's lasers are used to make your opponent snap their fucking controller in half, which obviously makes it a lot easier to win the game. Unlike Fox's, Falco's laser does hit stun. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but it's been the bane of my gaming experience. Falco laser spam makes me cringe and tense up like I'm watching my buddy get rejected in front of the class. Being completely unable to move is so physically impactful. I've lost so many games just because I was broken in the first 60 seconds of the set. I feel like Costa taking leg shots. I just get fucked in the first 60 seconds and I'm shaky for the rest of the match. How do you defend against laser spam? Clearly, I'm not the person to answer that question, but I'll give it a go. Actually, when I Googled that question, this is the first thing I got. The first step is to stop getting tilted. Yeah, fuck that. In truth, the answer is the same as the answer always is. Break habits. When I get hit by that first laser, I just devolve into autopilot. I try to force my way in and land a lucky pound because I can do that without thinking. I should be taking the time to measure and perform my options in real time. Take on the cognitive burden to calculate when to duck or power shield or jump. What's annoying is, I gotta do all that shit, and all they have to do is press the fucking B button. Now, am I doing the same thing to other people with my puff back air spam? Smash and Exercise have presented opposite challenges for me. I want to play Melee. I like finding reasons to put down whatever I'm doing and get a couple games in. I struggle to stop and think and watch replays and drill combos and L cancels. With Exercise, I dread it. I find every excuse to just somehow not find enough time in the day to hit the gym. Another frustrating difference is when you improve at Melee, you might notice it the next day. When something clicks, you want to try out a new setup, you might see improvements in your next set. Exercise, no matter how hard you push, will never show results. You will never wake up and be 20 pounds lighter. I'm a little over 20 pounds down from when I started trying to lose weight. But that was a year ago. I never noticed shit. Yeah, it feels nice to look back and see how my face has changed or to walk to class and not be so tired. But in reality, I'm a goldfish. It feels like I've always looked this way or I've always felt this way. The slow trickle of change is, in my opinion, terrible for motivation. Would love to see some sort of update fixing the problem. I'm realizing that this video went to a negative place and I've now set myself up for some sort of lesson at the end. Well, I figure there's gotta be a lesson somewhere, because despite Falco being one of the most popular characters in Melee, I've made consistent progress in my game. And despite my deep and intimate connection with Raising Cane's chicken strips, I've lost a lot of weight. Here's what I can make of it. Melee and Exercise have taught me opposite things. It's like a reference to what I said earlier. I continued to play Melee despite stomach-wrenching losses to Falco because I thought like a goldfish. You gotta just forget. Just pick up the sticks, drop the last game out of your mind, you'll be better off without it. And if you really do miss it, Slippy will hold on to it for you. And I continued to work out because I focused as hard as I could on just building habits. Just habits for the sake of habits. Why am I jogging in place on a worn-out belt sander? I don't know. It's just one of the things I do when I got nothing else going on. I do feel a little weird making this video, mainly because I'm a Silver 2 Melee player and I'm no Apollo Creed. But I've been wanting to make another one of these, and I feel like recently I've made more progress in my perspective than I have in my game or my fitness. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Next one, I'm gonna be ripped and winning locals. What's up? The Connor Show.